Did you know that 99 people out of 100 who are creating content to sell their service on social media do it in a completely wrong way, and it's costing their business like literally thousands of dollars per month? And it's not really their fault. The truth is, if you don't know this fact, there is no way that you can use your content in your advantage. And that is, your content does 90% of selling for you if you know how to create it in the right way. And in this video, I'm going to show you the exact strategy you can use to turn every piece of your content into money. First, let's go into where people think that selling actually starts. Most people think that selling occurs when you're on a sales call or when lead is going through a landing page or a sales page. But the real truth is, selling actually happens much earlier. You see, in order to sell your services, get people to pull their credit card out and transfer 4 digits to your account, first they need to be sold on at least 3 things, and those are yourself, your company, and the system that you run. So that is the actual goal of your content. It's not to show the how-to videos or to present how amazing your company is. It is purely to sell leads, to get them to your main offer so you can sell them and take the money from the card. And the best way to do that is by shifting people's perspectives from a cold, suspicious person to a warm lead who is ready to buy from you. Now, once you know what the actual purpose of content is, the natural question that occurs is, so what type of content should I post? And this is the main question that also appeared in my mind when I started to switch from sales calls to selling only in DMs. I was deadly aware that nobody's going to buy unless I get the same amount of trust from leads as I would get from 1 hour on a sales call. So what did I do there? I transformed my sales calls into content. Here is where things got interesting. I went from approximately 6 hours on sales calls per day, and closing maybe 2 to 3 clients per month, to posting daily stories, which takes me like 10 minutes per day, chatting with people in DMs, and as a result closing 2 clients each week. And I'm really not a lone wolf in this game. Literally every agency owner who implemented this content strategy got the same results as I did. And yes, I didn't show my face because it's an agency brand and not a personal brand. Now let's walk through the schedule of your content. We use stories and reels. Stories, we post 1 to 3 stories per day. And reels, we post once per week. And I want to give you a 7-day schedule for your stories, which you can recycle all the time, and you can use it also for reels. First one is breaking down your special system, explaining how it works, why it works, and not really going into the specific things in that way, but mostly going into the benefits of your service. Second thing is explaining your offer, how it works, why it works, posting about your testimonials, showing how your system works for other clients. The fourth thing is speaking about why you are an expert. Fifth is showing your results, right? The results of your service in some sort of a numbers. For me, it's leads. I just post how many leads per day I get from my clients. The 6th day, you can post about daily updates on your client success. Just show how the usual day goes for your client. And the 7th day is just show the life when you are a client of yours. So just show how their business changes if they work with you. Now, my personal framework of running the stories is really simple. I post 3 stories per day, and usually they follow the same structure. So it's a hook story offer. First story is just having a hook in some sort of a question or an exaggerated statement. You can post results also as a hook so people can see, wow, this is interesting. Like, what are the results of his service? Following with the second story, which is a literally story. So you explain your first hook, you explain why you posted that, which goes to the last story of the day, which usually has an offer there, a call to action, get people to DM you, get people to react on emoji, and those sort of things. Now, of course, none of this will work unless you have a qualified leads in your profile following you and looking at your content. And the best way that I found to get qualified leads to watch your content and to follow you in the first place is by running what I call the 1% funnel. That is the exact funnel that I use for my agency, on which I have a full training, and it's gonna be the first link down below. I explain literally everything in step-by-step details, how to set up the profile, how to make the ads, and then how to create that content that I just spoken about here. The next time that you think about posting on social media, think about what your goal is. And your goal should be to sell and not to entertain. If your answer is to sell, just pick one of the themes above and start making content that is going to sell on you, your system, and your offer. This is the most effective and most productive way to get money back from your content.